very big. It's uncomfortable. You're not used to LA, right? 3 bathrooms for 1 person, right? Yeah? Never mind. It's always something good. I think heaven wants us to earn it, you know, in a hard way. I don't know why. I don't know why. I keep looking for a place and I cannot find. I find some, but there's always something. Yeah. Yesterday they introduced a place in Hamburg. Yeah. You know what's in Hamburg? Is like belongs to the government. You can buy it cheap, but then you have to do what the government wants you to do. Like make a old home or young home, all kind of things. No free lunch. Hey guys. Yeah. Yeah. Everybody okay? Yes. If it's not okay, it has to be okay, huh? Yeah. Wow, these are good people. How's the meditation going? Okay? Yes. You're not too tired? You okay?
Yes.
Wow, you are tough. I'm really impressed. Yeah? I'm really impressed. You're cool. Very good, very good, very good. Yeah. Hey, yeah, you can peep like that. It's fine too. You know, I'm so sorry. God. I'm really looking for a place, you know. Do you believe me or not?
Yes.
I have been looking for many years. Always something going on. Yeah, now you can squeeze or, you know, just jump in between. Come quickly. We don't have all day. We have only 2 days. Okay. There we are. Are we okay, huh? Do I look good for the camera? Cameraman?
Yes.
The director? Look good?
Yes.
If I don't look good, you just have to look at it. Doesn't matter, you know. I can't change anymore. Yeah, I did throw some color on, but that's the best. You know, that's as good as it gets. Come in, squeeze in, standing, yep, and sit. Wow, that should be very warm. Only English people, yeah? I mean, the one who understand English. Oh, what for we have flowers? We don't even have room for humans. Yeah. Yeah, if you can, that's over there behind there. Yeah, it looks like a big valley. Yeah. Squeezy. Brother. I mean sister or brother, you go over there so they can squeeze over here better. Otherwise, you're already skinny and the woman is very strong. They make a sandwich out of you. Check yourself. Yeah, they make a sandwich out of this poor guy. Yeah. It doesn't matter anybody else, who cares? Just sit. Okay, that's it. House is full. Packed. Nowhere else? Yeah? There's a valley over there nobody likes. I don't know why. How many places? Just raise hand so they can go there. Yeah, look at that. The English speaking. And the one who don't speak English may be better outside so can translate, you know? That's right, in group, huh? No translation in here, huh? It's too noisy. Oh man, it smells so nice also. How come it smells at this time? How come? Huh? Is it already lunchtime yet?
No.
Okay. That's a very good idea to cook only twice a day, huh?
Yeah.
2 times a day, good enough, yeah?
Yes.
And if you're really dying, you go out and grab an apple.
Yeah.
And if there's no apple, then you just grab nothing. Simple, right? Okay, I'm going to tell you something. Remember, is it on, honey?
Yes, ma'am.
How come so low? Is it good? Yeah, Choco. Is it good like that? Yeah, can we hear? Yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, some more place over there. You want to jump in? The English speaking. It's too late now to move the non-English, you know. Okay, next time it's like this, okay? Unless I see them specially, you arrange the English people around.
Yeah.
And the people who don't understand should be outside so they can translate for each other in a group. In this kind of situation, what to do? Huh? And then I always go out and look at them anyway, yeah? Okay, now, that's it, huh? One more place even, come on, cheat! Wholesale, yeah. It's kind of, wow, my God. Is there anybody who's not here? Yeah, okay, that's it, huh? No more space, right? Okay. Anybody have pain or anything? No. Yes? No? No. There's a kind of white tiger balm is very helpful. You know, the white one. The one with the white inside. There are two kinds, no, three kinds. One kind is very deep, like caramel, huh? Deep caramel. And one is lighter caramel. Another is white, the white one. Oh, somebody gave it to me and it helps me a lot. Last night I could not move without screaming. That's why I run over there so you don't hear me screaming because you will scold me. We are meditating and you are screaming. Anybody have pain? We can give you some of that. Oh, it's cool now. Much better, much better. Wow. When I breathe deep, it doesn't hurt that much anymore. It's bearable. Okay. Remember the story about Jesus? That he belonged to a religious order called the Essenes. I happened to grab a book about that, you know. I meant to tell you long ago, but never had a chance. We always tell jokes instead. Okay. Okay, now. This account about the Essenes is written by a man called Josephus. And Josephus was a very famous practitioner at that time, and he was even a governor of some place. Oh, we don't need to go into his details too much because it's long, you know. He wrote something, yeah. So I think we don't need to read his biography, no? No, we go straight to the Essenes. Because he was the one who had been initiated into that order. You see what I mean? Originally, he doubted all this, you know, he did not believe such things exist. But somehow there was some strong quest within his heart that he had to look for something and didn't know what. So there were only three choices in his time. So he had chosen the Essenes. And he went to look for a master of the Essenes. At that time, there were the Pharisees, Sadducees, and the Essenes. So he chose the Essenes. Yeah. And then he prepared himself in many ways so that he might be found worthy to be admitted into the order of the Essenes. You can't just go in there and register, pay member fee, and then you become the Essenes. It's not like that. Yeah? At that time, no. This time also, no. I guess not. Huh? Okay. So this man, though he was very earnest, yeah, and he was even a governor of some kind, you know. But in order to be admitted, yeah, as it is said here, he had to be prepared. Yeah. Anyway, this book has been written. It's been compiled by Mr. Edmond Bordeaux Sescali. But it is about a person who wrote the account of the Essenes himself. Yeah, he himself, one of the members at that time. This is a long time ago. Okay, long time ago, under the time of the Romans, in 37 A.D. Yeah, his name is Flavius Josephus. He was born in 37 A.D. in Jerusalem. He was even of royal and a sacerdotal lineage. Yep. He was born from his mother, who was from the line of the princess. Yeah, and his father was a priest of high order, so he was somebody. Even then, you know, to be somebody in the secular world is different from being somebody in the spiritual world. Therefore, he must prepare himself. You know, I guess he had to be vegetarian for 3 months. Probably read a lot of books, saw a lot of tapes from Supreme Master TV for a while. And then he was prepared. And voila. Okay. Now we go straight into where he's already prepared. We don't want to talk too much about, you know, how he prepared it. So, in his own word, he said that he has resolved to prepare himself in different ways, that he might be found worthy to be admitted into the order of the Essenes. And then in order to accomplish this, I turned to a man called Banus, of whom I was told that he belonged to the brotherhood of the Essenes and lived in a wilderness. This man, you know, Banus, this is the account of Josephus. This Banus, he made his clothes out of the bark and leaves of trees, fed upon wild fruits, you know, cocoa, banana. The story I told you yesterday, maybe both, but in a wilderness. I don't think they have cocoa. Oh, who knows, maybe he was on an island, and there might have been a lot of coconuts, yeah? Yeah. Wow. And he fed himself upon wild fruits, plants, and herbs. And from holiness, bathed several times, night and day in cold water. You may try. It rains a lot, convenient. No need to worry about shortage of water. You know, even if it rains, we have to be grateful. You know, in some areas it doesn't even rain for long years, many years, and people are very desperate, you know, for water. You know that, right? Like in Darfur region and all that. Yes. Even though we have donated some money, but I don't know how quick it goes to them and how quick it has brought them comfort. You know, we cannot just go in there. Yeah, we cannot go in there. Not like you want to go there help and you can. You see, some areas are very restricted. And in some countries, even if you help, you have to go in like thieves. You know, because worrying the people might think we want something. Yeah. In some restricted countries, one time I helped one country, and my people even had gone to jail for that. Yeah, I just don't know how. You know, we brought a lot of money, a lot of stuff in there. What are you doing with it? And they didn't believe that we were going to help the victims. Or maybe they believed, but they just didn't want to. Yeah, so they took the money, jailed the people, and made them sign all nonsense. You know, otherwise they will shoot, something like that. It's horrible. It's not like in this world, if you want to be good, then people will applaud you and praise you and give you a shining world leadership award. So something like that. Not always, eh? Yeah, it's happened not just one time, huh? In different countries. I guess you can know where, yeah? Oh, those countries are a little bit more open now. It's more open now. You can go in without visa. You know, the natives. The native overseas can go in without visa. But before it was more restricted, yeah? How people had been jailed and threatened to be killed if they don't sign a guilty paper. They had done nothing wrong. It's something like that. Or being on the blacklist the first time, you know, on a blacklist second time, being jailed, oh, blah, blah, blah. Okay? Why do we go so far? What was we talking about? Oh, I mean about the water, eh? About the rain here in Paris. Yeah. Recently, the weather changed a lot. You know that, right? Yeah. Normally, at this time, we don't have rain, right, Parisians? Huh? No, huh? A little, but... Yeah?
No, normally no.
Normally not very hot. I remember when I was here a long time ago. This is the hottest month, you know, and you had to run away from Paris. Normally Paris is all deserted at this time. Nobody ever stays in Paris, yeah? They force you to go on holidays. They pay you to go, yeah. Yeah, it's like that. I know it. Okay, so now, we're grateful for this rain. It's refreshing, you know? Otherwise, it would be too hot for us to sit here, even, yeah? Or outside, yeah? It's not possible. Not possible in the tent like that. You cannot bear it. You would think you are in Africa. You know, yeah. Okay, so we pray that the situation will improve for Darfur and other poor refugees. But Darfur seems to be the most desperate. You know. First, because we tried to go in, but we cannot do it directly. You know, I know they're so restricted, the policy there or something, because of the war or something going on or some rivals. You know, they don't let us come in. And then second, I tried to give the money to a very powerful organization, the most powerful one, and then they don't take it. I don't know why. They were appealing on television, but then when we gave, they didn't take it. Okay, fine. And then we didn't give. And then until later on, we found out about, you know, the movie stars foundation. Oh, okay, we gave it to them and they accept it. But still, I don't know how the red tape would allow them to do anything quick or not. You know, over there they have to go 10 kilometers to get water and wood, you know, because everybody goes there and gets, and so wood is rare also and water is rare. So we are truly lucky. Every day you have to thank God for what you have, eh? Really, we are lucky, huh? I cannot emphasize it enough. It will never be too much for this. We have to be always grateful. Yes. Grateful for the precious peace that we have in our countries, in Europe, the precious life that we still have, and the precious Kuan Yin method, of course. Yeah. So now let's go back to the Essenes. Is it too long, huh? Yeah. I don't know, just by the way, spontaneous, you know, who cares, yeah? It's not an orchestra that I have to sing certain notes at certain times, is it? No, huh? You don't mind, huh? No, no. If you mind, you can go out. You know, huh? Yeah, okay, you don't dare, huh? Okay, now let's go to the Essenes that you've been waiting for. Okay, about the man Banus, you know, he lived in the wilderness, yeah, as some of the yogis. They are really maybe tired of the world, or maybe they are tired of the way people live their life, and they don't want to be influenced by this kind of not very favorable life for spiritual enlightenment. So he went into the wilderness. I remember Jesus also went there once for 40 days. Buddha was also under the Bodhi tree alone. I mean, when we say Bodhi tree, he didn't sit under the Bodhi tree in I say New York theme park or something like that. It's a Bodhi tree that grows in nowhere. You know what I mean? In the wild, yeah, in some like remote areas. Understand? Now that you see a Bodhi tree outside in our yard there, don't try to sit under there and think that you are already a Buddha, eh? So you can see that most of the really elevated practitioners, they somehow do go into some retreat sometimes in their life in order to be far away from the, the atmosphere of the world, which is not very conducive to their practice, perhaps in the beginning or perhaps during all their lifetime. They do it again and again. Hey, okay? Yeah. Brother, enough already. I'm pretty. Now and again, okay? You relax. Yeah, now and again, when I smile very brightly, then you take a photo quickly. Otherwise, it's just casual, eh? Okay. So this guy, this master called Banus, he went into the wilderness at Wisi, and he made his clothes out of the bark and leaves of trees, fed upon wild fruits that we talked already about. Sorry, And then he bathed several times in cold water, just to wake him up, I think, just to stay awake. Yeah, that's the idea of cold water. No, did you try that? Ice? Yeah, okay. Wash your face with ice cold water. I think when you're cold, you can't even sleep. It's true, huh? Yes. Yeah, I tried that many times. Yeah, really, you can't sleep. But it's also difficult to concentrate, to meditate. Yeah, because you feel like restless and in pain, huh? Sometimes. So temperate is the best, nah? Temperate is the best. So in this man, this is Josephus talking again. In this man's company, I spent 3 entire years, undergoing all kinds of trials, temptations, and privation. Wow. And then returned to the city. Yeah. So he stayed with the Master Banas in the wilderness for 3 years. Undergoing all kinds of temptation. What kind of temptation can you have in a desert? Huh? Tell me. It's your own temptation, right? Your own hormones. That is rushing through your body and telling you, go home, go home, go home. Yeah. Go find a woman, find a man, something like that. What for you eat just wild berries in here and befriend only the desert rabbit people. Yeah, there are a lot of coffee shops in the city where you left. It's still there, beautiful girls and so and so. Especially for the men, it must be pretty hard, hey? I'm telling you, yesterday I said to you, you are very brave people, yeah? Because just to be vegan only, how many people can be, okay? The greatest victory is over ourselves, yeah? Not over any so-called enemy, eh? It's so easy to grab a gun and shoot somebody in the face, especially when they are defenseless, when they have no weapon, no means to defend themselves, or they don't even know how, yeah? Innocent people, they don't even ever see a gun in their lives, let alone use it to defend themselves, yeah? So it's so easy to kill anybody. It's not easy to save somebody, yeah? That is the most difficult part and the most noble part that we should try to strive for, saving lives, not killing. Killing is so easy, dead easy, yeah? Even kids, they can do it, They don't need to be even trained to do it. All you need is just a gun or a knife, and then you go, wow, and then that's it, it's happened. And even if people keep drinking alcohol or taking drugs, then it will help them to go even more berserk, they don't even know what they're doing also, and then it's nothing at all. So the most difficult mission is to save lives, yeah? Be it human or animal, people. To kill is cheap, no? Easy, yeah. Me thinks, my humble opinion. Anyway, sorry if I'm offending anybody, but the truth is the truth, no? Yeah. And even the most victorious battle is to what? Conquer yourselves. Yes. And that's what you did. Yeah. And you are still doing it. Sometimes it's still difficult, but you're doing it and it's fine. It's not about even the victory. It's the trying to do it, at least, yeah? If everything's easy, then we don't need to feel proud about it, right? Yeah. You should do the thing that is not that easy, to measure your strength and your stamina and your power of will, okay? All right. So now this guy, he stayed three years with the master, eating wild berries and bathing several times per day or night in cold water. After 3 years, he came back to the cities. Okay. Now, he began to tell about the doctrines of the Essenes. It's like this. The doctrine of the Essenes tends to teach all men that they confidently may trust their fate in the hands of God, as nothing happens without His will. They are the most honest people in the world and always as good as their word. Well, that sounds very familiar. That's why we have the 5 precepts. We tell the truth. We respect other people's property and not taking it home and taking care of it. For example, yeah, yeah. Okay, so they are the most honest people in the world, yeah, and always as good as their word. Means whatever they promise, that's the way it will be, yeah. So in our group, sometimes we don't even write check. We just write, okay, $20,000 on a piece of paper, and that will be given later. That will be paid in due time. He's listing all the qualities and the virtues of the Essenes. Okay, one is they teach all men that they can trust God. And the second is the soul is immortal. Yeah. The third, they are the most honest people, honorable people. And the fourth, they are very industrious and enterprising and show great skill and concern in agriculture. Yeah. Of course, you have to feed yourself, yeah, and feed other people. So agriculture has always been very essential to any spiritual community. Yeah, we have many communities nowadays still doing the basic work, you know, the simple lifestyle that their ancestors were always doing. You know, they plant their own vegetables, they till the land, yeah, they tend their own cattle, just to till the land. They don't even use much of the machines. They build their own houses. They teach their own children. You know, many communities are still like that all over the world. In different countries, different communities, but basically they are similar in a sense that they take care of themselves. Yeah, they plant their own food, and they will not depend too much on the up and down of the society, but depend on their own labor and on God's grace. Another of the virtues continues, but most of all are those venerated, esteemed, and admired who live in a wilderness. Yeah. Probably these are the ones who already cut completely attachment to any possession, fame, profit in the world. They don't care anymore. They just gone to the wilderness, live from the providence, and do not seek any recognition of any kind. That is why they are recognized and revered, because of their true detachment and the true devotion to God inside their heart. Yeah, it's not the action of going to the wilderness that will earn you esteem and veneration from people. It is your attitude. It's your true renunciation. Understand? It's not the robe that you wear. It's not the place that you live. It is the inside that generates this kind of holiness, yeah, that makes people trust you. Okay. So just like every time, most people, they go into the wilderness and people will seek them out. Yeah. Okay. On account of the sense of justice that they ever show, and the courage and intrepidity that they manifest in ever defending truth and innocence and purity, I mean like that, purity. This trait is not found in such a high degree, either with the Grecian or any other people. I'm sorry, it mentions Grecian here, I don't know why. Probably at that time, the high priest of Greece was supposed to be, you know, high order, yeah, and was supposed to be revered by people. So maybe that's why he compared it like that. It's like this kind of honesty, purity, diligence, and devotion were not found in such high orders of priesthood, perhaps. Established religious orders at that time, I guess. That was 37 AD, you know, after Christ, okay? Probably at that time, the high priest of Greece was supposed to be high order, yeah, and was supposed to be revered by people. So maybe that's why he compared it like that. It's like this kind of honesty, purity, diligence, and devotion are not found in such high order of priesthood, perhaps, established religious orders at that time, I guess. That was 37 AD, after Christ, okay? I'm not talking about the Greeks right now, or any Greeks, whatever, all right? It's supposed to be like that in here. So not even found in any other people, yeah. But it has always characterized the Essenes from time immemorial. You see? That is the order that Jesus belonged to. So how would a great master like Jesus do anything contradictory to this doctrine once he is already accepted in the order? I mean, he had to go through trial and tribulation in order to be accepted already, yeah? Be vegetarian and all that, yeah, okay. Now, they never keep servants. They do not think it's right that one should be the slave or servant of the other, as all men are brethren, and God is their Father. Okay. Therefore, they serve and assist each other. Only assist, yeah, assistance, but not slavery. For accountants of the profit of their agricultural labor and handiwork, they choose the most virtuous, honest, and pious of their brethren. The one who is the most honest and trustworthy, they entrust all their profit, so that this man or woman will divide equally and fairly among them to whomever needs it. Yeah. These also perform the service of priests and provide for all the wants as food and clothing. Yeah, of course. I have said already, and here he said it. They all live the same simple, industrious, and frugal life. In his work, Josephus, the Bello Judaico, chapter 2, verse 13, Josephus further writes, "The third class of philosophers among the Jews, and the class that is most esteemed for their just and moral life, is that of the Essenes. Although they are certainly descended from the Jewish people, they show more enmity and love for each other than other Jews, at that time, okay, and live a more moral life. Compared to all other Jews at that time, they were the most excellent in virtues. That's what it was. They shun and despise sensuality as a great sin, but consider a moral and temperate life a great virtue." Do you understand that?
Yes.
Huh? Like if you go wild on sensual pleasure, that is not good. But if you lead a normal life, like you married and have a normal life of children bearing and rearing, that's okay. That's what it means. And not, over-indulgence, in sensual pleasure, even like drinking and drugging and all those stuff, yeah? Okay. They pride highly the strength of mind and the power to overcome the passions and desires of their nature. They willingly adopt the children of other people, and especially while these are very young, as then they are most susceptible to teaching and impressions. They show great kindness to such children, hold them dear, and teach them all kinds of knowledge and science, morals and religions. They do not reject wedlock, but, to the contrary, consider it necessary for the propagation of mankind. They despise riches and worldly gain, and the equality of property among them must be admired. It means they share equally between each other. In that community, they share. Yeah. Therefore, none of them are seen to live in abundance or need, not too rich and not too poor. The laws of the order regulate that everyone that enters into the brotherhood gives up to this all his property and wealth, so that they will share among themselves. What's the name, sis? Can you go? Oh, there's a white bag. There's a white case of a braille. Can you bring it here for me? I get a little tired reading without glasses. I can manage, but too many lights, that make my eyes tired. Okay. Therefore, among them are seen neither haughtiness nor slavish subjection, but all live together as brethren, sharing good and evil. Ooh, that's not good, the last one. Probably sharing all the good and the bad, whatever happens. Yeah, like something good happens to them, good harvest, they all share together. And if misfortune befalls them, like maybe a drought or maybe a flood or something, then they bear it all together. It doesn't mean that they share the evilness of themselves. It's not like that. Probably the translation is not clear. So I want to make it clear to you, okay? Because it doesn't make sense, right? All these virtuous people share the evil. They don't have any, right? They don't have any before they enter the order, even. So it has to be like something that happened to them due to collective karma of the world, yeah? Or even some of their individual past karmic retribution, as you know, eh? The fixed karma of this lifetime, huh? My famous glasses from apotheke. Yeah, gas station, no? Can buy it in gas station. So, reading glasses. Wow, it's nice to have a little wind. Welcome. All right. Yeah. Where were we? Okay. They do not live in any particular town, but in every town the order has its respective house. Huh. Sounds familiar, huh? No? Why don't they call it center? Like Paris Center. In this house, the members take their abode when they arrive on their travels, and they are there supplied with what they want. Yeah, wonderful, huh? Yeah, of course there's always food in the kitchen, huh? Everything is here at their disposition. Yeah, if we have anything at all around here at your disposition, except the floor. Yeah, this sounds familiar to me, huh? Does it sound familiar to you? Yes. Yeah. All right. Everything is here, in that house, in that center, as if in their own house. Yeah. Here they are received as the best of friends and near relations by persons they never before saw in their life. Doesn't matter. You come first time, second time, it's the same, right? You're always the best in that house, and you're always welcome. Yeah, treated like relatives. Yeah, like family members. Is that not so among us? Yes. Yeah, that's the way it should be. Yeah, it's truly like that, huh? Yes. Many of you didn't ever see each other before. You just come here or anywhere in any centers, and then you are just friends and immediate, right? Happy to see each other like a long lost relatives. Oh, who are you? Love to see you. What's your name? And you call each other brother and sister, huh? Very good. In every town there is an elder who has in his care clothes and other necessary things that he graciously distributes to them who need such things. The Essenes use their clothes until they are worn out and cannot be used any longer. Very frugal people and simple. They neither buy nor sell among themselves. Every member willingly gives his brother what he needs of his, and is again supplied by others with what is needful. Yeah, it's the exchanging system. It's a very nice community indeed, huh? Okay. Even if he thinks he never can repay it, he may, without bashfulness, receive it, as this is a rule within them. Yeah. Even if you know you cannot repay the money, if you need it and somebody gives it to you, you take it within the brotherhood and sisterhood. The Essenes worship of God is grand, sacred, and majestic. Before the sun rises and greets the earth with its beams, they do not speak on earthly matters, but read and send forth their sacred, humble prayers that they have learned from their fathers. You know, meditation in the morning, yeah, prayers, yeah, okay. The elder points out the work in which each one is most skilled. You know, if you have talent for cameraman, then you are a cameraman. The elder says so. Having thus worked for 5 hours, do they again gather, bathe themselves in cold water, and don a white linen gap. But this is not white. But yeah, you can have white. The tradition is like that. White symbolizes purity, you know, and nothingness. Yeah, that you don't have anything to hide. Everything is clear. Yeah, and everything is simple in your life. This is the meaning of it. And I don't mind advocating that, but it's just less convenient for you in these days. Yeah, actually, in these temples, you know, in this house, they probably provide it already. You know, everybody goes, you wash your hands, and you wear a white apron, you know, to make it look clean for everybody, and everybody looks equal. You know what I mean? And dignified. That's it. Yeah, we could have done that. We could do that too, but for your convenience, I don't want to impose so many, you know, restrictions. But it would have been good like that. Yeah, you know, like those the Muslim wear. Yes. That is for the old tradition. Yeah. It's just that when we wear such things, we have to also remember what it stands for. Yeah, for purity, equality among men, and respectful towards all lives. Yeah, and vegan. Well, you can wear white. I'm sure you're worth it. Huh? But for the sake of convenience, yeah, you wear whatever you wear. I'm not saying anymore. But in the beginning, actually, I told everybody to wear it below the knees, or just a little bit above the knees, especially women. But never mind. It's okay. Just try to keep your mind straight. That's it, okay? It's not just the clothes. The mind has to be straight. But the clothes do help. The clothes do help. That's why some of the poor ladies don't wear clothes. They go on the stage and they just take off their clothes. Yeah. Something like that, yeah? Or just wear a little bit. Yeah. They are probably the most renunciation people among us, huh? We haven't got there yet, so it's okay. This is still all the description about the life of the Essenes, the principal lifestyle. Having washed themselves, they proceed to the special halls of the order where no one dare come who does not belong to the order. Ooh. Meditation hall. Not nobody there, but they normally would not let other people come in, huh? For what, you know? It's like you are here, only the initiated people, right? Yeah. We welcome outside people on a different occasion, yeah? But not when we do retreat or meditate, because they don't know how to meditate. They just sit there and watch everybody with binoculars. How come that guy, he meditate like this? How come that lady, she meditate like that? you know, then it would be very inconvenient for you to sleep, no? So we don't allow anybody to come here who is not initiated into the fashion of sitting sleeping. There are people who are walking sleeping, but we have here sitting sleeping. Well, not much difference, huh? Never mind. At least when you're sitting, you won't fall, huh? When you're walking sleeping, you might run into problems, huh? But if you're sitting sleeping, then you just sit and sleep. What harm can you do to anybody, right? It's a very peaceful group. The only sound you hear is not a complaining sound, it's just a snoring sound. That's a very harmless situation. You know? Yeah. You make peace, right? At least among yourselves. Okay. Now, then having gone through the ceremonies that the law prescribes, they proceed perfectly cleansed to their eating rooms with the same reverence as if they enter the holy temple. Everybody takes his place in supreme silence and stillness. The bakers of the brotherhood then enter, distributing a bread to each person after a certain order. I guess to the elderly first, yeah? And to the fat guy, one loaf of bread less than the skinny guy. What else can it be? Because here I let you eat freely and you eat wild. You know, the fat guy eats more, the skinny guy continues to eat less. Can't squeeze in. No, you are just temperate in your eating, right? Good enough, yeah? Yes. 2 meals a day, okay? Yes. I don't see any 2 meals. I see you come in and out of the kitchen and grab bread, apple, or whatever is there. It's okay. It's cool, yeah? What I mean is we should not spend all day in the kitchen, yeah? 2 meals a day is already a lot because your brother and sister, they are spoiling you, yeah? They cook good food and all that. That's a lot of labor from home already, you know? So here we just warm it up or just eat cold like that. It's already very good. These are delicacies, you know, in Vietnam. Yeah, you don't even get that in a restaurant. Home cooking, like the round, how you say, pate you saw yesterday? Yeah, it takes a lot of time to cook that, eh? You have to mash the tender soya, the young soya, into a very fine kind of paste, and then you have to tie it well with banana leaves and cook it for a long time until it becomes smooth like that. They call it silk pate, but there's no silk in it. Completely vegetarian. I mean vegan. Well, before I just knew the word vegetarian, I didn't know the word vegan exists, you know. For me, everything's vegetarian. But it's actually vegan, if you want to call it, yeah? Everything we eat out there is completely vegan in the norm of it, yeah? Because there's nothing there that is not vegan, right? Nothing from animal, people. And it's all cooked with love, you see? You're lucky people. Very lucky people. At home, I don't even have those. No, rarely, you know, only when somebody visits from Taiwan or something and sneaks something on the airplane and brings it to us, like the Vietnamese vegan silk pate, you know, because it's so smooth like silk, so they call it silk pate. Chả lụa, huh? Yeah, it takes a long time to make and good skill to make it smooth and compact like that. Because if you're not skillful enough, it will become loose like, I would say, like mashed potatoes or something. It's not so compact and tasty like that. Capiche? Yeah? And you have to put the correct amount of seasoning, yeah? So whoever cooked yesterday was really a good cook. I don't have those. I don't have one of those in my house. I'm the only good cook in the house. And even then, you know, nowadays I don't even have time to cook a lot. So we just eat very simple. Yeah, I told you already, yeah? Brown rice, sesame, and mung beans. And we eat fruit also, you know? We eat fruit and dessert and all that. That's good enough, yeah? And raw vegetables, if we have it. Or just boiled vegetable or just simple, you know, mixed salad. That's enough. vegetables and fruits, yeah, and protein from mung beans, and from rice, and a lot of B vitamins from the brown rice, and protein, and minerals, essence from the what, sesame, yeah, okay, you got it. Yes. So don't think that I'm cooking a lot at home. I don't dream about going to my place and then have masters cooking more. I don't even cook for myself. Sometimes I don't even eat brown rice and sesame, you know, because I'm too busy. I eat so late, you know, like maybe 5, 6 o'clock already evening when I have time to prepare a sandwich. So I just eat that sandwich and that's it. No? And then I continue with the work. I don't have time again. Then time to meditate, and then I just go. Yeah? Okay. Which is very late at night. Sometimes late in the morning. If I tell you to live a simple life, it's also very convenient, eh? Because I can live through it, so I think you can. Yeah? The vegan food recipes we give to people for them to enjoy. Yeah? And because of that, we don't have much time to cook for ourselves. So it's okay too. Somebody enjoy anyway in the world. Why it has to be us? Okay? Understand me? Yeah. Like the lady who cooked the silk pate to bring it here and offer to you. How much she eats out of it? Maybe none. She saved it all because so many hungry people here. So she saved it all to bring it here for you. You see? That is the kind of love that we cannot find. We cannot buy, yeah. Of course, you guys return the money to her, eh? At least the ingredients that she had to buy and all that, yeah? And a little bit extra. Apart from the pool money that we have, just have to pay whoever brings good food here. The bad food, tell them to return money to us. You know, waste our time to chew nonsense. And she wasted the food, didn't cook well. Only the good food will return the money. And the other bad food, money back guarantee. It means that they will return to us. Okay. Now, the cook set before each one a plate of vegetables and other eatables. This being performed, one of the priests steps forth and holds a prayer. They consider it a grave sin to rest or touch food before praying. Got that? Yes. So I told you, thank God before you eat, huh? Yes. You don't have to do any ceremonious way, but you do it in your heart. It's fine also, yeah? Well, if we can and we do it in the family, you know, we pray together, it's fine also. Wonderful. But if you don't have that kind of habit, you just pray in your heart. Huh? To pray, to thank God doesn't mean God needs it. Yeah, it's just good for you to remember who is the provider. Huh? Apart from the sister who makes silky tofu, yeah, God is the ultimate provider. Yeah, so we have to thank. Somebody gives you a piece of tissue, you say thank you. Yeah, somebody gives you a glass of water, you say thank you. God gives you everything. Oh, we have to thank Him, no? Yes. Thank Him. Yeah? Oh, that's normal. It's a very least courtesy. Huh? It is good for us to have good manners, to be polite, even to God. Yeah, it's not like God needs you to do that. It's always good to be grateful. Yeah, because if you're more grateful, it gives you more. It's always like that. It's a multiplying kind of business. Yeah, the more you are good with something, the more you are given it. Of course, if somebody gives thanks to you and you feel good, and you know also that he's good, then you help him again later on if he needs it. If somebody just ignore you, take the food and run away and eat somewhere else and say nothing to you, you would feel a little bit like disappointed and not very happy to give again later on. Or even somebody else will put you in jail for your help, then maybe you're also reluctant to help again, no? Understand? Yeah, okay. Now, they consider it a grave sin to eat or touch food before praying. Yeah, the meal over, the priest reads another prayer, and then the hymn a praise is sung. Yeah, they're very ceremonious. Yeah, we could do that too, but I don't think the neighbors here are very supportive of our loud voices. Huh? Hundreds of people singing, my God. Yeah, and we are not even a church, you know, not a formal religion or church. We're not allowed to sing loud. Okay, we sing inside, okay? We sing our eternal song in our heart. Eternal song of gratefulness and happiness, yeah, of peace. Yeah. Okay. In this way, they praise and thank God, the giver of all good, both before and after the meal. This is the proper way to do it. Yeah? When you don't have time, of course, you just thank in your heart. Nah? No need to sing songs and all that. As he loves music, I'm sure, but I don't know if your voice is good enough for the neighbors to approve. Okay? Especially when we have hundreds of people singing here, I think they will call the police. So sing in your heart, all right? Before and after the meal. Praise whatever you want to tell God, yeah? Thank God for all the lovely food. Thank God for everything you have. Thank God for the meal at least, yeah? Before and after. Call him beautiful names, you know? Don't always say God, God, God. The old man. Beloved Father, yeah? Or caring Mother. Be inventive, yeah? Call him the name that you would like to be called yourself. Yeah, that would feel nice, okay? Because words, even physical words, do generate some very special effect, huh? Okay? Up to now, it seems like whatever the Essenes taught, we have it here, huh? So we might call ourselves the Essenes also. Yeah, Essen, few Essen. In German, it means eating a lot. Eaters. At least you are good at that. Well, one has to be good at something, no? All right. But honestly, all their way of life seems familiar, no? Seems like we live our life, yeah? The way we do. Up to now, huh? Well, most of it, yeah? Sometimes a little bit different, depends on the situation and the time, but most of it we're living like that. Well, you know, just like when we go to retreat, whoever has the money can contribute for the meal, you know, or whatever you like, or not contributing if you don't have money. So we're sharing what we have. It's truly like that. Huh? Nobody forces anybody to really have to give money for the retreat, yeah? So even though you belong to the Essenes, you know, I mean the eating orders, you don't even need to pay if you don't have, you know. And you know, whoever needs, we always help each other, nah? And help outsiders also, nah? Yeah. So okay, now. Then they take off their white aprons, which they consider sacred clothes. I guess because they go to work in the field and all kinds of work, so maybe their clothes are not that clean or spotless when they go into the meditation hall or eating hall. So apart from, you know, cleaning themselves at all, they have to wear a white cloth, yeah? For hygiene reason also, and for coolness, nah? It feels good when everybody's all white, nah? It also feels good when you're all colors, I don't mind. Whatever. It's just that in that time, they had certain rules, which is also, I consider, very scientific. Everybody wears the same long garment, you know? And then it also keeps you warm, yeah? It's airable, breathable. And then you just sit and cover your knees and everything and meditate, and it's just very simple, yeah? Very easy also. I like this kind of clothes. You can eat a lot, nobody sees anything. If you belong to the order of the Essenes, you know. You eat a lot and you wear this and nobody see how much, yeah? Yeah? You don't need to worry about the figure at all. By the way, was it good, the breakfast?
Yes.
Was it enough?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So if you have a snack, that doesn't mean you didn't have enough, right? Enough food for everybody, right? In the morning, yeah?
Yes.
Just if you feel like eating a little bit, it's okay. There's always some food there for the latecomer, or somebody who didn't like the breakfast or didn't eat much at breakfast because too early or wasn't ready, so can go out and eat a little bit later, huh? But don't make it like an essence or habit all day long. Huh? Their word means the essence, means the essence of our being, huh? I guess. Not the essence in the German language, eating, huh? All right. Then they return to their work, which they pursue till the twilight spreads over the earth. It means they work from dawn to dusk. Eh? Yeah. They work like the sun, rise and go to rest. Yeah. Then they go to their frugal evening meal again, during which they observe the same ceremonies as at their dinner. I mean, lunch. It seems like they eat only twice a day. Yeah. If members from foreign parts have arrived, they are put in the chief places at the table. Oh, how polite. Yeah. Here also, no? You come from different countries and you sit in the hall, and the French people, they sit out there. The owner of the center, they sit outside. This is the way it should be, yeah? Okay, very good. We should always be courteous to each other and be polite and treat each other like God, eh? That's of course, yeah. The meal is taken with the most solemn silence and stillness. I told you not to speak, no? Did you speak a lot today? No, huh? Okay, good. I didn't hear anything. Wonderful. Yeah. It's the best. When you eat in silence, your food is more blessed, because in silence you can remember God better. Yeah? When you eat in God's grace, then the food will nourish you better. Yeah? Will uplift your spirit and fill your health with more vigor and happiness. Understand? Yeah. Not like God is strict, like you cannot speak and God doesn't care what you do. It's just whatever we do proper is good for us. Yeah? Okay. Mostly we should try to speak less anyway. But of course, when I'm with you, I can't make a good example because I have to talk. I have to talk to you a lot, When I invite you to my room, I share the food with you. I have to ask, how are you? You like the food? Tell me about your life and your stuff, your work, things like that. So that's exceptional, eh? But normally within each other, within yourself, you should keep silence when you eat, so that you can remember God while you're eating. If you're talking to each other, of course you don't remember God that very well, yeah? We don't reach that level all the time that we can do multiple tasks and also remember God at the same time, right? So it's better to be cautious. And when you remember God, your food is blessed. You know that, yeah? Now, no noise or dispute disturbs the peace of the house. They talk by turns and in a low tone, which will appear strange to those who are not used to it. Yeah. Yeah, what for we have to talk very loud, right? We have microphone. They observe great temperance in their way of living. They eat and drink only what is necessary for their body. In general, do they not act without the knowledge and consent of their elders? But it is always left to their own free will to exercise benevolence and compassion to all in want of all classes in society. Sound familiar also, huh? That's the only free thing you can do. Be compassionate and be a giver. Yeah, be charitable. That's the thing you don't need to ask me about. I told you already, yeah? You don't need to give me money, but if you see somebody in need, you must give. And that you don't have to ask me. Yeah. Everything else you come and ask me, right? Most of the time. Not really. I mean, just important things, yeah? Yeah. If they live within the communities, and if they want to act something for the communities, then of course they have to ask the person in charge. Just the same like, okay, if you want a retreat, you talk it over with the contact person and the people who take care of the center first. We don't just come stomping in here, no? And say, here I am, 100 people. No, it's different. When you come visit as a small group, it's okay. But when we need to organize a bigger group, then of course we talk with each other first, nah? Okay, now, they are free, to act in benevolence and compassion toward all who need, of all classes in the society. Well, it's South familiar, huh? We also go out and help everybody, yeah? We don't care if he's a Muslim, he's poor, he's black, he's white, he's red, he's yellow, we don't care. If he needs, we help what we can, eh? Because, to be honest, we are like a small group, We're not a big empire or like a billionaire Mongol or anything. Yeah, because whatever we earn, we mostly share in it by the way, on the way, already. And we're not like a professional charity group. I told you already, yeah? We don't have any subsidies from government, or we don't take anything anyway. And we don't ask for donation from our members or anything. So whatever I have, I give. And whatever you have, you give. All free. You do what you do and I do what I do. Yeah. So in this respect, they're free. Free to feed the hungry. Free to clothe the naked and shelter the homeless. They're free to comfort the sick. Visit, assist, and comfort the prisoners. That's normal. Yeah, we do that all the time. Ah, surprised. Yeah, it's the same what we're doing. Even the prisoners, we also visit and comfort them. Yeah, because sometimes people become criminals for lack of affection, for lack of understanding with the society or from the society or about the society. They feel left out, they feel rebellious, or they've been in bad companies, or misfortune befell them and they had no choice, etc., etc., or they thought they had no choice, or they were forced into this situation, or sometimes they were even wrongly accused, yeah, by a superpower, or by a wrong identification, or by being in the wrong place at the wrong time. For example, all kinds. So anyway, we always hope that visiting the prisoners in prison will bring them comfort and turn them around to be a useful and beneficial person in the society, at least for their life. Yeah, okay. Oh, it sounds familiar, huh? I did not read all this before. I read just some of it, and I thought, oh, it's a good idea to share it with you. And now it's becoming more and more familiar all the time. Thank God for that, yeah. Because I really like the Essenes, the way they live their life. And the more we read about it, the more we like it. And the more it seems familiar to us, no? Okay, all this free will, they're also free to go comfort, aid, and protect the widows and fatherless. They never let themselves be overcome by anger, hatred, vengeance, or ill will. Indeed, they are the champions of faith, truth, and honesty. Yeah, I hope you aspire to all that. As the servants and arbitrators of peace, they are, huh? They are. And we are too, no? Are we? Yes. Okay. Honestly? Yes. Cool. Yeah, I know you are. Their Ya and Nai were with them as binding as the most sacred oath. I mean, if they say yes to you, that's it. That is a promise. And it will be done. If they say no to you, they really mean no. And that's that. I mean, everything about their way of life is very clear, very honest, yeah, very respectful. Everything they do is of respect, love, and honor, yeah? Yeah, the 5 precepts is for that. To keep us in line in the beginning. Later it becomes natural. You be an honorable person without even thinking. It becomes like second nature. It's the real nature of you. Accept the oath that they take at their admittance into the order. They do take oath as well. 5 precepts, right? Maybe or 10 commandments. Yeah. Except the oath that they take at their admittance into the order, they never bind themselves through an oath, neither in their public nor private life. I don't understand this really. Do you? What can it mean?
That they don't swear.
Ah, that's right. That's very cool. So smart, you know? You don't use God's name in vain, yeah? You don't use a profanity, to abuse God's name or your honor, yeah. Like for example, if you know that you can do it, then you tell to the person, I would do it. But I say, I swear I will do it, in God's name, I swear I do it. There's no need for that. They just say, okay, I will do it. I help you, or I will do it. That's it, yeah? But at the time of initiation, of course, you have to make real promise, yeah? In the name of God, to be worthy of God. I'm going to keep these precepts for the rest of my life. Well, if you can, huh? Like, no stealing, huh? Be honest, no killing, keep vegan. Meditation, live the life of virtue. And that you have to promise. You cannot just say, I try. Maybe. Because if you maybe, you can't sit here, no? You can only maybe outside, but you cannot maybe in here. We don't want maybe. Okay. Oaths and profanity are with them as much shunned as perjury itself. Now it's clear, yeah? They don't swear, okay? They don't say something like I swear I go to hell if I don't do that, something like that. You know what I mean? There's no need, they don't do such things. Because their words are the words of honor. There's no need to do this kind of thing. Okay. They consider that the man loses his esteem among his fellow citizens whose word is not sufficient without swearing. It's become more clear now. That's good. So they study with perseverance and interest the ancient writings, the scriptures, yeah, the sutras, yeah, all these holy teachings they study. Yeah. We do, hey? Yeah, we are doing now to prove it. Okay. They especially prefer such that they are intended to indurate and strengthen the body and ennoble and sanctify the spirit. They have profound knowledge of the art of healing and study it arduously. They examine and are acquainted with the medicinal herbs and plants which they prepare as medicine for man and beast, animal people. Animal people, actually, maybe explaining differently here. I don't think they call them beasts in that order. We don't call anybody beasts in our order, no? We call them animal people, brothers and sisters, friends, yeah? Okay. So it's just a different translation. Or maybe at that time, that was the word they used. Yeah, so. They also know the use and worth of minerals as medicine and do a great deal of good by applying these for healing the sick. Anybody that wishes to belong to the brotherhood is not at once admitted. Of course not, huh? Yeah, 3 months vegan, huh? Before admittance to the brotherhood, one has first to pass a whole year of trials outside the same. 1 year? And I give you just immediately after lecture? Wow, too cheap. Okay, from today, 1 year, huh? For you. Okay. One has to live according to certain rules and regulations. During this time, he has to prove himself worthy through a strictly moral and virtuous life and temperance. He is provided with a spade, an apron, and a white garment. Now he is again subjected to new trials. Having passed through these, he is sprinkled with water or baptized as a sign of his spiritual purity and liberation from material things. We can do it with water or without water. Yeah, it's just a ritual. It's nice. It's no harm. Hey, we have a lot of rain. It's convenient. It's convenient to do in a rainy city. Yeah. But in some African cities, probably we have to sprinkle with sand, huh? Because they don't have much water. It's just a kind of symbol. Yeah, people still use it nowadays to baptize in some rituals, in some spiritual orders. We just do without. Yeah. Having passed through these, and proved his chastity, and being further tried in his strength of character and other qualities, and found to be worthy, he is at last admitted an actual member of the brotherhood. The poor guy, after 1 year of trial and tribulation and all kinds of tests. My God. Now, is there any spade and things in this house to dig? For agriculture, you can plant some more vegetables in the small garden that we have. But before he touches any food in the presence of the brotherhood, does he take this sacred vow? Above all things, to respect God, he must, of a true and pure heart, exercise justice and honesty to all men. Neither of imposed or influenced by others must he harm or hurt any man. Understand? No matter how. Yeah? Okay. During all his life to shun injustice. Further, he vows sacredly ever to obey his worldly rulers, as nobody has the rule without the will of God. Do you understand that? So even if you think the law is not very good, but you still have to obey it, because that might be God's will. Nobody can do it alone. Yeah, it must have been the karma of certain countries that the citizens have to undergo such and such dictatorship or strict governance. That's why we do not want to ever criticize anyone. We just pray for peace and make an example of kindness. Yeah? And hope that other people might do the same for the sake of everyone. If they don't follow, okay, that's it. We are not to criticize anything. But as it is, as we know that what we sow, so shall we reap. Yeah? So in our hands, we must exercise the power of kindness and compassion only. Understand, huh? Yeah. So if other people don't do it, then we know it might be God's will. Yeah? So we have to comply with it. Yeah? But in our hands, we always rather err on the side of compassion. So always be kind and be good. That's it. No matter who else does what. So here it means that if you live in any country, any rules, you have to abide by that. Yeah? Not because you are a spiritual practitioner, so you do what you want. It's not like that. Just like the similar teachings of Confucius, say you have to be loyal to your king and your country. If he becomes a ruler, if the practitioner of the Essenes order becomes a ruler, does he vow not to misuse his power? Yeah, I told you already. In our hands, we always exercise the power of compassion and kindness. Rather hurt ourselves, not hurt other people. Yeah, do you understand me? Outsiders. Yeah, here I beat you up anytime. I beat your ego up. Yeah? Do I? No? Maybe I should, huh? Come here. I beat you with a bar of chocolate. Okay. It's very rare that the master does that. Yeah? It's very rare that the master has to resort to some kind of physical reprimand. Yeah, very rare. Because it hurts the master more than the disciples. You understand me? The karmic transference will make the master suffer more. Yeah. But if it has to be done, the master will do it. But rarely. Yeah. Mostly verbal teaching should be applied to yourself, to the disciples, and that should be very sufficient already. If you keep the precepts and you really tone down your ego, yeah, and try to be humble, then the master doesn't ever have to suffer too much. Okay? Humility is very important. Humility means the absence of ego. Yeah? Ego means the absence of humility. Humility is very important. Without it, you will cause a lot of trouble and headache for everybody, including the master. Yeah? Even if you want to do good, you do it with just ego. It's just the way you think. You ignore everyone else. You don't consider. Not because you want to. It's just, you just live that way. Your ego just leads you into that kind of inconsiderate way of life. And then it's very difficult for you to understand everybody else's feelings or convenience. So the ego is your worst enemy. Worse than eating meat. You understand? If the people already killed it and you eat it, you have some karma, you don't have too much compassion. But with ego, you even forsake also compassion. Because you don't know what compassion is anymore. You are blind to the people around you, of their feelings, their emotions, and their needs. You are blind. If you have ego, you just think of yourself, the way you want to do this, the way you do that, and you do it your way, and you just don't think of any other alternative. You don't consider anybody else. And the ego is the one that stands in between you and the true knowledge of the providence. So anyone who has big ego, don't consider yourself intelligent at all. You are just repeating kind of parrot person, you know, learning from anything that you know, but you're not truly intelligent. The one who truly has knowledge is the one who has no ego. Then your knowledge shines and you do everything right. It's just like that. So don't be afraid of any danger or any trouble. Be afraid of your own ego. Yeah? Ego is what? Where do we get ego from? Okay? Past life impressions and the accumulating of habits or association, background, you know. If you used to learn something, you know, and you're good at this, and then you learn something else, you're good at that, and everybody keeps praising you, yeah? Then over time, you're so used to being praised, yeah? And then your ego grows up, and you think whatever you do is good. Because you've been used to being at the top, and then you don't consider anybody. It just becomes a habit, you know? And this is very bad for us, yeah? Try to eliminate that. Only when you eliminate your ego, then your knowledge will truly be revealed. So that's why in the old times, it is said, the man who knows looks like the man of low knowledge, of an ignorant person. Because he might not show off the skill of the world, of the worldly knowledge. He doesn't even want to show off. If he knows it, he doesn't even show off. For him, it's not important anymore. The important is the real knowledge of heaven, the true original knowledge, which we forsake for the sake of learning some skill or something in this world, or any doctrine, any policy, or any special talent just to go on top of society, and forsake our own great self and the real knowledge that we always have to be a great person. So to have knowledge in this world is not the top priority, really. learn what you can to survive, of course. But if we forsake our real knowledge for worldly skills, that is a very great pity. It will enhance only our ego, and it will separate us more from our true knowledge, the one who knows everything, the one who pervades everywhere, the one who never goes wrong. All right, we continue with the essence. The members of the Essenes will shun injustice all their lives. Yeah. Everything he acts with fairness, with justice. He would never treat somebody unfairly. Yeah. Ever undaunted to further truth and justice. That's their life mission. Yeah, their life goal. Okay. Further, he vows to sacredly ever to obey his worldly rulers, as nobody has the rule without the will of God. If he becomes a ruler, he vows never to misuse the power, but to set an example for his subjects by a virtuous life, frugality, and plain habit, plain clothing. Yeah. He shall always love truth and shun falsehood, to preserve his mind from impure thought or impulse. He should do that. Okay. He never to stain his hands with unjust gain, to live honestly by your own earning. Yeah. He vows never to interpret or explain anything of the laws of the order in any other spirit than he himself has received it from the Holy Fathers. Yeah. Do you understand? He would not misinterpret it. He would not distort the true teaching for gain or for profit of any kind, except to impart it to others just the way he has received it, just to know God, yeah, to be virtuous and moral. To faithfully hide and take care of the books, hide and take care of the books and archives of the order. Wow, to hide it. Huh. Must have been tough at that time too, hey? Yeah. To faithfully hide and take care of the books. Hide and take care of the books and archives of the order. Wow. To hide it. Huh. Must have been tough at that time too, hey? Yeah. Well, in some places I do have to hide my stuff too. Until recently even, you know, like I don't leave all the books that belong to us all over in my living room or anywhere that people can come in and see immediately. I hide them somewhere. That's out of sight. I still do that. So if you happen to walk into my house, you see just a normal household. A bird person, picture, dog people, picture, family picture, whatever, you know. Very normal household. You don't see any holy signs of books or anything like that. Or maybe a Bible or something like that is harmless, but nothing special from us. Eh? I also hide my identity wherever I live. I interact with neighbors the way you do. Very friendly, humbly, and normally. So wherever I live, unless he already watched every Master TV by chance, he doesn't know me. Yeah, up to now it's like that. Everywhere I live, people don't know me. We are hiding it just to have peace, to continue to work, not to be afraid of anything. Suppose if all the neighbors come in and out of my house all the time, master this, master that, how am I going to even have time to work, you know? I have to be social all the time, drink tea with them every day. Yeah, then I will have no chance. And it will be then not the same anymore. I just like them as neighbors. Yeah, more natural. Because if I have to live among followers and disciples day in, day out, I don't know if I can bear it. Too much reverence, too much disciples and master stuff, you know. So sometimes to have a natural, normal environment is also very good for me. Also, it's just my nature like that. I don't just preach to everybody on the street or in my neighborhood. No, they know nothing. Yeah. Maybe I put the alternative living flyer somewhere, you know, near the mailbox, something like that, but no picture or anything. No Supreme Master TV advertisement at my house. Yeah. Okay, now we continue. Many of them have in the very pain rebuked their enemies with the sharp sword of their word of truth. You understand that? If they have to say something, then they just use the true word, the true teaching. They probably tell them, I'm sorry, but meat is really not good. Yeah? It harms the environment. It kills the animal, people, and they want to live. Vegan is a better way of life. That probably they have to tell. If they have to. Yeah. That's the word of truth. They have to do that. They only kill with the sword of truth, not the physical sword. That's what it means. Yeah. They have then, to the great amazement of the bystanders, in a calm mind and joyful manner, given up the spirit in the firm belief and faith that their bodies shall decay, become dust, but that the souls are immortal and shall live eternally. They say that during the worldly life, the spirit is chained to the body like a prisoner in a cell. We don't know that, huh? During meditation, we fly, huh? Okay. Already tasting the heavenly bliss, it soars up to the bright kingdom of joy and peace. They agree that the pious spirits, previous to their admission into the joy of heaven, hover in space over the waters without being affected by rain, snow, cold, or heat. They maintain that by the doctrine of the immortality of the soul, humans, I don't know why they always say men. Huh? Is that sexist or what? Who are we here? Huh? We are half of the population, no? Always say mankind, human even. Why not woman? What's wrong with woman? Huh? What's wrong with womankind? Why mankind? Where do all men come from if they are not woman? Huh? Anyway, we can eat both at least, huh? So maybe we have to say human and womankind. Yeah, in the human woman world. Yeah. Actually, in the world woman, we have both men and woman already, but they're allergic to using it, even from the beginning. From long time already. In the beginning, the woman was at the top. Women were the leaders. Yeah. But slowly, men use their strength to overpower them and make them clean pots and, cook silky tofu instead. Yeah. It's also a nice job. Who cares? Yeah? As long as the man can provide something, we are happy to stay home, cook tofu. But sometimes the case is the woman also have to go get the tofu. To earn the bread and also have to cook the tofu. Yeah. While the men are watching something interesting, important, like, you know what, a soccer game. No, I'm just joking. Men are good, yeah. But I just don't know why they use only mankind and human. Never mind, we don't care. We also neither man nor woman anyway. We are not competing for that, yeah? So men okay, woman okay, whatever. They maintain that by the doctrine of the immortality of the soul, men are promoted and encouraged to a virtuous life and shun vice. Many of the Essenes have often stepped forth among the people as prophets. Well, I'm not surprised. I have a lot of prophets here. They inform them of things to happen. Oh, these are seers, huh? After they practice for a while, they can see sometimes things happening, yeah. But often we keep quiet, huh? Only when necessary. I mostly don't predict anything, do I? No. Really, huh? Unless they ask, huh? Like they asked if the year 2000 is the end of the world or not. They asked a direct question. And I had to say no. Well, I'm also under oath to tell the truth. So I had to say no, but I wouldn't just, go out and tell everybody, believe me, I see it. We live over, we live through, we live past 2000. I wouldn't do that. Okay. Sometimes I tell you, please beware, huh? Have to meditate more because it's a time of cleansing. And it's the truth I have to tell you. And you can see it yourself. I didn't tell lie. The golden age is for golden people. Only. Sorry, it's not my law. It's the law of karma. It's just like the law of any nation. We cannot escape. The law of nation, sometimes we can escape. Sometimes the police turn a blind eye. Sometimes you can do it cleverly and you can escape somewhat. Or during your lifetime, maybe you can run away, you hide. But the law of the universe, you can't. Can nowhere to hide. The law of karma is very precise. It's to the minutest detail, to a breath of a hair. Now, it is easier for these holy men again? Didn't they have any woman in their order? What's wrong with you guys? Are you all men here, by the way? No, huh? Okay, never mind. We forget. We don't argue with this terminology. Okay. These holy men, often they only say holy men, huh? I mean, not just here, no? We often hear holy men, huh? We never hear holy woman. Oh, it's not fair. Well, thank God I'm a woman for a change. So that you can say you belong to a holy sisterhood. If we are holy, who cares? Anyway, it's easier for these holy men to prophesy as they, from their earliest infancy, study nature and the doctrine of the divine. They are instructed in goodly books and the writings of the prophets, and grow in wisdom and purity of heart. Their presages often came true, and this increased their esteem with the people as holy men and prophets. You see, in here, they mention that there are many prophets. It's not just one prophet. Yeah? Okay. So we have to understand that whoever reach the level of a certain spiritual height, then they can be called prophets. A prophet is a messenger of the holy doctrine. A prophet is supposed to mean the messenger of God. And there's not always one, sometimes more. But prophets, they have, of course, different levels, Some prophets are the direct contact with God, and some prophets are a little bit lesser level, but still they are prophets. If they go and, spread the truth teaching, and if in their heart they're also holy and have a certain high level of spiritual attainment, then these are probably being called prophets in this order. In our time, there may be also some prophets already among you, although you don't feel like that and you don't see yourself as thus, but it's okay like that. So that's good for your ego that you don't even see yourself like that. Yeah, the more you practice, the more you don't see yourself as anything really. You know it, but it's no big deal to you. Yeah, just like after you graduate a long time as a medical doctor, you don't always feel proud or you don't even think of it anymore, right? Oh, that's the way it is. It's become natural. In spiritual practice also, yeah? The higher you go, the more nothing you feel. You don't feel holy, you don't feel that you are special, you don't feel you're higher than anyone else. You just know it, but you don't feel anything special. Understand me?
Yes.
You just know it, definitely, that you are better than before, that you are higher than you were before, and that, of course, you are better than many of your other brothers and sisters who don't study the same spiritual elevation method. You know it only, but you don't feel arrogant about it. Yeah? That's correct. Is that so?
Yes.
Yeah. I know that because it's the same here. How I can talk with confidence? Because it's the same experience. Yeah, between us, we all feel the same. One time, I discovered something. You know, I mean, even I don't go from a high level. You know, I was also beginning, a lower level. No? So I can understand all of you better. At one time, when I discovered something else, I thought, okay, that's it. That's the end of my mission. I don't know how to go out talk to people anymore. What do I say to them about who I am? You know, I just felt suddenly it's impossible to go out to talk to people anymore. Do you understand me? Before I was still clouded, halfway, or 1/3 of it, cloudy, yeah? But when it's all clear, you suddenly feel, okay, finished. What to do, you know? It's not like shy or something, but it just hits you like, oh, you cannot talk about it. Do you understand what I'm saying or not? Yeah? I felt like I could not ever go out and talk to anybody anymore. At that point, one point. But then it's also passed like everything else, and then I had to resume my work, But it's different to talk to you than to talk to the people outside, of course. So with you, I could talk a little bit more easily. But at that point, when I discovered the truth, of my own identity, I thought, that's it. This is the end. Not the sad way, but it just felt like, that's it. I could never go out and tell people anything. You know. Suppose they ask, who am I? What would I say? Do you understand me?
Yes.
What level I am, I could not say then. It just hits you like that. It's not like I'm prepared. Now I'm telling you in words. It seems more, it seems more like prepared or more understanding, more intellectual. But at that time, it just hit you like, boing. That's it. You're done. You could never go out and talk to anybody. It seems impossible. It seems like it's just not a thing that you would ever do. That's it. Because the truth just hits you. I don't know. It's how to say it. Okay, never mind. Try to understand. If not, it's fine. Once you know that point, you just cannot talk. Yeah? I don't know how to explain it, really. Any of you understand?
Yes.
Well, how do you understand it? Tell me, one by one. Huh? Tell me how you understood. Just one by one. Anybody?
It's just a feeling, Master.
Feeling what?
It's just a feeling of one with the wonderful universe we live in. It's the same way we're one with every brother and sister.
No, that was before that.
Once you realized who you were, you realized nobody would understand if you talked about it.
Something like that. Yes. It wasn't that clear, but it just felt like, that's it, you know. It feels like, okay, maybe you're shy or something. But it's not shy. It's just the feeling and the truth cannot be expressed. And it feels like I cannot do it. You know what I mean? Just like going out and say, look at me, I'm beautiful. It's just like similar like that. Do you understand me? And who would ever do that? Do you know what I mean now? It's similar like that. It's not exactly, but that's as good as I can tell you. Yeah? Okay. it seemed like impossible anymore. I thought at that time, that's it, my mission is finished. I didn't even think that I could even come and tell you or talk to you again ever.
And you're a woman.
Hmm?
And you're a woman.
What's that?
What people are looking for a man to be the leader.
Oh, not true, not really. No, honey, you always make a good point, but at the wrong time. Yeah, it's not about woman, honey, it's not. Because I have been outside before as a woman, and a lot of people always come and listen, you know? It's not like they don't, huh? It's just that this time, I can't open my mouth anymore. You know, at that point, yeah? Yeah. But now it's also already past like everything else. It's faded a little bit. So I have to forget it in order to continue my work. Okay? Yeah. All right. Yeah. That's just what it was. Yeah. Like, it's not about nobody would understand. But it seems too, I don't know, too incredible to tell anybody about it. And it seems like you cannot just want to tell. You understand what I mean? Yes.
As you were in retreat for 2 years.
Yeah, that was.
So I was having a feeling that you are getting higher and higher and far away from us. Yeah. And on one side, I'm happy for you to are flying high, but on the other side, I'm afraid that we will be left here just for alone. So, but I have been suspected that you said since 1999, as you were in Africa, and you started to teach the people in the whole hall, the communion method. You said she can show the people God within just some minutes. As I was sitting in the hall, I was crying in my heart, and I said, Master, do you know what you are doing? Because it's really dangerous to show so much outside to the people.
It's okay. At that time, it was still okay. But you know, it's a different point. That is okay. That I can handle. It doesn't matter. I just tell people I saw God. I saw them God. You know, the third party. That's a different. The third party, you can always introduce, glorify it, and beautify it, and say whatever you want about it. It's absolutely nothing to do with you. Yeah, that was the easy part, honey. I could show the whole world God at that time. It doesn't matter to me. I can handle it. You know. The karma, anything, doesn't matter. It's not that. When you have a third party to advertise, that is easy. You know, blame it all on him. You know, yeah, glorify him, everything. It doesn't matter.
I have been thinking, if you can give so much and everything and all the time, then you must be that one.
Yeah.
Because no one else, no human and no other people that I've ever heard can do that.
Yeah, but at that time, still had a third party. Yeah, but when you reach to a non-third party, truly, you know, there are many levels. You feel one with God, okay. You feel one with the whole creation, that's okay too. But that's not the point. That's not when it hits like that. I haven't been hit like that, even in previous lives. In previous lives, I stayed at the 5th level so that I can come back. You see what I mean? Any other previous life, 5th level. That's all I went to, and so that's all I remember. I told you I take you to 5th level. And I told you the truth at that time, what I knew, okay? But later on, it is beyond that, and I say, that's it. I don't know what to say anymore. So even I drop you some bomb in Hungary, I say, you can't go beyond the 5th. And you were crying wolf. What can I do? I commit to the truth. I had to tell you. Yeah. But the 5th level is great, grand, and beyond your imagination. Do not look down on it. Some of you are not even there yet. And only say, only 5th level? Only. You know how many masters, you know, practice asceticism, forsake everything in the whole world and eat only wild berries, you know, and still haven't reached it. Only the 5th level. Where you want to go?
the way you are. Anyway, okay. Oh, well, thank God that I come back to talk to you. Actually, I was thinking I felt very far also from you at that time.
Yeah.
I felt that you would not understand me, and you didn't. And Hungary, you all cry wolf now. Yes, fifth level only. What?
I think we did understand, but we felt you were so far away. We didn't want you to be so far.
Oh, I see. I did not want
We
it
felt
to.
really sad, you know.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
You still feel sad now?
No, you're back. Now.
I'm back. Thank you for dragging me. Wow, what a friend for. Come back and play in the mud with us. No, I'm still not back, but I'm back, okay? I just handle the situation differently, that's all. Before I was just there, but now I'm there and here, yeah? I just learned to handle the different situation. It took a while for me also, you know. It's a shock. It's a joy, but it's a shock. What am I to do now with the rest of humankind and the disciples and all that? What am I going to tell them? You know. You understand? I became shy, really shy, reluctant. You know. Yeah. Yeah. Fancy being shy, huh? At that point, why? It's not exactly shy like shy or ashamed. It's just a kind of, I can't explain. Anybody can explain it?
Self-awareness. It's different to sort of being shy.
Oh, self-awareness. Yeah, but why I don't want to tell people or feel I cannot?
Because it's so far out that it would either drive them mad even, or it's a concept that humans cannot understand.
Yeah, even my mind can understand.
Yeah.
You know, it's only, I feel really like a shyness, you know? Like a shyness, do you understand? Really shyness, yeah, also. If you can put it that word. But it's more than shyness, yeah? It's not just shyness, it's more than shyness, but then it's also like a shyness. Like if you go out and boast yourself, you know, if you would like to do that, you know, like, look, I'm the most beautiful girl in the world, something like that. Nobody could ever do that, honestly. Yeah? Except in a joke, yeah? That's different. But it was very far. It was very far. It was too far. It was too far. It's not like I planned to go there. No, I didn't. Honestly, I thought I was at the 5th level with you. Oh, that's it, you know? Honestly, I didn't plan to go that far. I just wanted him to go deeper, you know, into the knowledge of things. And then it hit me. That's it. I never forget that. But I did forget it. You know, forgot the intensity of it. But I don't forget it. Something like that you don't forget. You don't forget your graduation day, no? Yeah, but it's more than that. Oh, God. I did not even believe I got there. You know? And after all these years, I was busy teaching you and everybody. I was running around in the 5th level. That was okay with me. Good enough. Yeah. My God, sometimes you're blindfolded. You know that? So believe me, if you think you're human and you're ignorant and all that, you are blindfolded also. One day it will hit you. Okay? Maybe not the way it hit me, but it will hit you in the way that it hit me before that. You know what I mean?
Yes.
My God, sometimes you're blindfolded, you know that? So believe me, if you think you're human and you're ignorant and all that, you are blindfolded also. One day it will hit you, okay? Maybe not the way it hit me, but it will hit you in the way that it hit me before that. You know what I mean? Yeah. We started somewhere. We started riding the bicycle. We skin our knees and our elbows. But then suddenly you just ride it. And it goes smoothly from then on. You just balance it and it's done. Yeah. At that point, then you will know that you definitely are not human and not ignorant and not the way you think you are. At that time your ego will drop dead. Sayonara. And then you will really know your real self. At least a great part of your real self. Okay? Well, why are we going so far ahead of our time? At that time, truly, I couldn't care less what I wear or not wear. You know what I mean? Everything just dropped. Everything's just gone. Yeah. And now I'm back here again wearing green, throwing some makeup on. Yeah. It's okay. Why not? It's just, at that point I thought I'm done, you know. No one would ever know where I live anymore or what I am anymore. That's the feeling of it. That I'll be gone forever. Gone into, you know, obscurity. Not necessarily to the spiritual world, but gone out of sight, you know. That is the only thing I could think of. Yeah. But how come I came back? I don't know also. Huh?
Maybe we drag you.
Yeah. But you did not succeed actually. I mean, you dragged me physically back to you, but I haven't gone down at all. I might have gone down maybe 1 level or 2 back and forth, you know, but I haven't gone back completely like before, you know. I haven't gone back to the 5th, for example, yeah? No. But it's nice like that. Because I was thinking, that's it, I have to go, you know. It was impossible at that time to think of coming back to see you or talk nonsense. But then I can manage it. It's a miracle, really. Like a resurrection. Yeah. Okay, let's go back to this book.
So you're even more lucky.
You're lucky, huh? I don't know. Okay, just enjoy it. Yeah. Yeah, still I feel very far from you, you know, but now and again I glimpse a little bit back, you know, as before, with a telescope perhaps. Yeah, so that I can feel what you feel, you know. Otherwise I will not feel anything, and it's not good for you, is it? Huh? Okay. But, you know, I'm still surprised. I'm still surprised. Because at that point, you don't have any, you just gone beyond all emotion. You do not understand humans or animal people or anything. Yeah. And I'm very surprised that I still can come back. The feeling can come back. I thought, that's it, everything's gone. Yeah. Just leaves you. Everything leaves you completely. You just stand there completely nude, if you will, you know, naked. You don't have anything at all. And you just feel shy, you know, you just want to cover yourself. That's it. Because the revelation is too strong. It's completely without anything attached to it. Completely just right there. Like a crystal ball. There's no cover, no stain, no blemish, nothing at all. And it was too powerful, you know. Yeah. And afterward I survived, but I thought I became so shy. So shy, yeah. I'm surprised that I can come back, eat stuff and talk to you. Yeah, and read books. Yeah. So somehow I managed. I learned to manage to balance the situation. So it is possible after all. I never thought it was possible. You know, during all my reincarnations on all the physical planets, it had not happened, okay? It's the first time. Maybe I haven't chosen to, yes?
In Malaga, we saw you, and I just have the feeling you're almost all gone, just like empty clothes there. And maybe 1% is clinging only there.
Yeah.
It's just like that, and everything is up.
Really? Yeah, perhaps it's like that. Yeah. I feel almost like that every day. What surprise, you know, all the dog people and the pets, they keep me down here. They keep me in reality check, you know. It's okay too. Maybe because of them. Yeah. That I have to be connected still. And it's good that way. Okay. All right. I told you, even though I'm not that shy anymore, but I couldn't go and tell everybody like that. Yeah? Yeah. It's not as shy as before, but still, it's not a thing to tell people, no? I'm still talking around it. I even don't go to the point. I can't with you even. You understand what I'm saying? Do you see I say anything? I'm just talking around it. Yeah? Cutting around the edge only, no? I can't even get it out there. I still cannot get to that point to tell you bluntly what is what. I can't do it. I don't know why. Don't ask me. I ask myself. It's just talk around, beating around the bush, huh? Just like a man who wants to propose, but say, "Oh, you are the sunshine of my life. You are the roses in my garden," and all that, no? But at one point he doesn't say it, you know? Proposing or weather forecast, remember that? Yeah. You okay, love? Hey?
Yes.
What's wrong? Crying. Why are you crying? Okay. Look, I even painted my fingernails yesterday. Yeah. Cool, huh? Right. Where were we? Okay. Okay. So, that was about the prophets, yeah? Who foretold some events, and then they'd always happen, so the people respected them because of that. But we don't do that also. We don't tell often such things, huh? Right? Among us. Maybe they could do that. And you know, I said to some small group or a few people, and then that few people spread out maybe. I don't think these are prophets, so-called prophets, also go out in the street and say, "Look here, tomorrow is going to rain." You know, something like that. That belongs to the BBC weather forecast company. Let them earn some living, no? Let them do their job. Good job, no? Good job that they're doing. Why the prophets have to do that? Well, I guess in the old times they didn't have TV. So it's also good to warn people out of danger, huh? And maybe that's why they had to do it. Okay, now. All right, now we continue lower down. The Essenes consider that everybody who does not marry hereby contracts the propagation and destination of humankind, womankind, as man would soon cease to exist otherwise. If man doesn't exist, then woman exists, okay too, no? They say if we don't propagate, you know, like we don't marry and have children, then man cease to exist. It only talks about men, so we women, we don't care, huh? Men. They mean if everybody doesn't marry, then we have no more world, you know, no more humankind. I don't know if that's important or not. Is it important?
No.
Maybe, yeah. In that sense, perhaps, yeah. You have to know that the order of the Essenes probably have been like a lineage, you know, coming down through generations, yeah? Like the Buddhist tradition and all that, nah? It might not be at that time that have a lot of high-level enlightened masters, yeah? It might not be, but they still kept the virtues of it, yeah? Just like the Buddhists, you know, they keep the 5 precepts, yeah? It doesn't mean that they're very highly enlightened. Or the people who are vegetarian, yeah, because they belong to some vegetarian club or something, or lineage, or some teaching. But that doesn't necessarily mean that they have studied with a very enlightened master, eh? Or they might not have produced all that enlightened master. There might be some, but it doesn't always mean. So they might interpret something according to their understanding of their spiritual level at that time, yeah? Okay, so hence, perhaps that's why they say everybody who doesn't marry will not propagate for the population of the world, which is not good. That's what I mean. Okay, I don't mind. I told you I don't mind. You married, make children a lot. It doesn't matter to me. Just meditate, yeah. But ere they married, they put the one they had chosen as their wife on a term of trial for 3 years. Ooh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. 3 years. After 3 years, he gets fed up, there he goes, choose somebody else. Oh, what a clever way. Because people say 3 years each, you know, and 7 years each. So after 3 years, maybe you don't want to stay with that partner anymore. But why is that? This is the thing I don't agree, because it's all about men here. Men choose a wife and they try her for 3 years. Some people who did not get a very high enlightened level and still have a little sound of sexist here. We cut that part out. No, never mind, we just keep it. Doesn't matter. People have to understand, you know? You have to understand. Yeah, the teachings sometimes have flaws. That's a problem. Okay. After this threefold trial and cleansing, if the woman was found to be chaste and faithful and capable of bearing children, they marry her. Wow. Like a business. So I think we don't want to belong to this. This policy only we don't like, huh? They never had sexual intercourse with their wife in her pregnancy. Well, that's okay. Thereby to show they had not married from lust, but to fulfill the command of Jehovah. Be fruitful, increase, and fill the earth. Yeah. Okay. Well, we have to ask Jehovah about that. It's okay. The idea of marriage for, you know, spiritual partnership is okay. Yeah? Not for lust. Yeah? That's okay. That's laudable. But to think of a woman as like bearing children object, that I don't agree with. Yeah? They had forgotten the woman's soul, which is equal to man's. Yeah. Maybe they haven't elaborated very well. Maybe it's just one of the traditions in the country and they incorporated it into this way of life. Yeah? I hope so. Okay. When the woman bathe or wash themselves, they are clothed in a linen garb, meaning not completely naked in the river. They didn't have bathrooms before, so they just bath themselves in the lake or river, so of course they have to clothe themselves in a kind of garb, you know, so you can wash yourself inside but nobody sees you. Huh? It's like a mobile bathhouse. Huh? That's very cool. We can do it here. Yeah? We can wear a plastic garb and then go outside in the rain. Yeah, the water will run inside and you clean inside. That like a tent, you know? Like a personal bathing tent. Okay. Now, the men, similarly, when they bathe, wear an apron or belt around the waist. Okay? That's okay. It's no big deal. In whatever they do, they exercise great order and chastity. Yeah, that's supposed to be, you know, like for dignity, né? To protect your dignity as well as somebody else who is watching. If anybody is watching, they should not anyway. But probably because they bath together, you know, in the same lake or something, or the same bathhouse, so they have to exercise that, and it's okay. So rightly do they deserve to be called an example for the life of other people. Oh, that's correct. Oh, we have some more here, but maybe another time. What time is it? 6 o'clock? What time are we supposed to have dinner? 7, huh? Okay. Well, there is some food ready or not? If there's some food ready, then you may go out. And I'm sorry, the place is a little bit small and with not enough facilities. You know, bathroom and all that, everywhere is the same. You haven't had enough good karma to have a bigger place yet. Don't blame me. Don't blame me, huh? It must be your collective karma, right? Yes. I have tried so hard many times. I failed. I mean, I can't get it for you some way or another. And so it might have been your karma then, huh? Oh, it might be my karma, no? Because I can't buy a place to sit by myself. So, I have a beautiful cave and all that. And I even had to live because I have to go out and work for you, yeah? Yeah. Whatever happens is because I'm with you, because I have to work for you. That's why. The collective karma, yeah? I collect the karma. Oh, it was very good. Maybe I check out if something good, then maybe we... Oh, it's similar. Oh, it's similar. Okay. It's similar. Okay. That's good.
We're just ready.
Ready? Congratulations. What a lucky group. Okay. When we come back next time, it's like remastered TV news, you know? When we return, we will talk about which country has the most NQ as a collective race. Okay?
Wow.
Is that interesting enough? Yeah. Cool. Stay tuned. Okay. If we come back, then please, it's not like racism or anything, but I'm going to speak English, so just the English people, or maybe change it, but the English, yeah, or maybe Chinese, whatever, I don't care. Okay, or French, yeah, or maybe all the French people, but I don't speak French that much, and my tongue is tired of talking French. Yeah, maison, cette maison. Yeah, but the poor. Okay, salute. And I keep it here in case I need it. Or I take it with me in case I forget. In case I go somewhere else, huh? I mean, other places. Okay, ciao ciao, good appetite. Bon appétit. Merci. La française, les Parisiens, c'est bon. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to have my breakfast now. Anybody prepare already? Yes. Okay. You guys don't come in and just sit here working like that all day? No. That was the use of coming here. Might as well work where you want, no? Is there any use? Or you can see me from your computer. 3D, yeah? This is 4D, but that's 3D is better than no D, no? Oh well, I feel sorry for you. If you come here and just work, and what's the use? Huh? Any use? If it's not urgent, you can come in and, you know, listen and ha-ha for a while. Come back, you know? Okay, then it's cool. I'm so sorry for you guys, but you earn a lot of merit, huh? Doing that, yeah. Okay. Wow, where are you going? You going out there? Working, right? 有翻译吗？没有。一个坐在能够翻译的地方啊。啊 ？Anybody 翻译给这些人听？啊？有没有人翻译？ Oh dear. There are some more room in there, you know, for the English people, I think. Yes. The one who hasn't been there, of course, go there, and the one who has been there but still has room and still understand English, then may come in. Yeah. Okay. Fight for your freedom. Yeah.
看到食物就好了。
对了。
哎，那边啊，以后慢慢来，在家里那个听那个哈。
是，哎，对。
对不起了。
谢谢。
不会，谢师傅，谢谢。
重复听啊，总理没有好。对。Okay, I am so sorry. Yeah. Okay, if you can see any place, then you go. If not, you come back, yeah? Why her? Is she more beautiful? Yeah, some other be jealous, no? Okay, guys. If there's more space inside, you might come in, yeah?
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, what for? I sit there by myself, no? And if it's possible, group the Chinese and Vietnamese together who doesn't understand, and somebody sacrifice to translate. Can you translate? Yeah, you don't have to be Hufa.
Okay.
Anybody else can be. Oh, by the way, just, watch with your eyes, talk with your mouth, and listen with your ears.
Lovely outside. I have to translate I don't mind. It smells so fresh.
You have water even. Okay, yeah. Yeah, well, better than nothing, eh? Fresh, okay. Better than nothing, huh? Okay. Yeah, sit. Go. Go. Yeah. Anybody outside, listen, if you are a Hufa, but you understand English and you can translate, you can hear it from outside or not? No, huh? Cannot, huh? Can they hear me? Yes. When you were outside, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, then.
Not here.
Please.
There's a TV that is
Still can hear?
on the TV and we can hear.
Okay. They have TV?
Yes.
Okay. Then please group together like Vietnamese or Chinese outside and translate, okay? There are only two. Two need, right? Vietnamese and Chinese, right? And French and Holland and, and Amsterdam, whatever, okay? If anybody who understands English, sit next to the TV and please translate to your group. You do as much as you can. Okay, go. Go do something. Yeah, sit anywhere. And especially the French people, they have been sacrificing all these hours that never sitting here, right? Where from?
Australia.
Australia? Are you allowed to be here?
I'm from the German Center.
A German center?
Yeah.
Okay, relation, huh? The German connection. Yeah, go. There. All behind there, fine. Be careful, don't hit people with your ear. I forgot. I should not offend you, the great people, the heroes of the age, the saviors of mankind. Womankind. Yeah, how come they're not afraid to offend us? You know, the mothers of all nations. Our space occupied? Any more space empty? No?
One person.
One person?
For one brother.
One brother!
Skinny one, please.
Skinny one! Cannot weigh more than 50 kilograms. Oh, look at that. I just opened a joke book, just by chance, and here it comes. We come in peace for all mankind. Talking about, equality, yeah? Go inside. Huh? You're not going?
Yes.
Go. Both of you can still squeeze in the Westerner. Come in. Yeah, just make room, that's it. I don't care how. Yeah, there the skinny guy goes in there, the skinny girl goes in there, and the fat guy is standing. Oh. Sit on your brother's shoulders. There's one room here even. Wow, look at that. Mankind, huh? And how about womankind? They don't count us, do they? I just show them, hey? Yeah, that's why I go around teaching, hey? Teaching them, huh? Just show them we are cool, huh? Anyway, before we were reading about the Essenes, the tradition of dating a girl for 3 years, huh? Actually they put it in a bad way. Actually, we do have that all the time, right? But it's not necessarily like the man picks the woman for 3 years and decides to marry her or not. It could be the other way around, yeah? It could be after 3 years he says, sayonara. I don't like your face, or whatever, or your personality. No, or when you go to the bathroom, you didn't flush or something like that. Who knows? Every little thing counts, Yeah, let her sit somewhere. She's already there. Go, honey, go. They will make room somehow. Here, there's a room here, sweetheart. Yeah, there is always some room. I sit here. Yeah. Yeah, sit anywhere. Just cross your legs, okay? You can only sit with your legs together. That's it. Thank you, love. Yeah. My God, we're advertising for that every day. Our commission, huh? Is that a good one or not?
They put it in the fridge, Mom.
I know, but is it good?
Yeah.
I mean, this kind?
Yeah, I like it.
You like it?
Yes.
I heard that all the time. Write to the company and say, commission? Yeah, okay, never mind. You know, even now I don't feed my dog people anything with milk or yogurt, stuff, things like that. Even my dog people, they're vegan, you know. We have vegan yogurt, or yogurt, but from soya yogurt and soy milk. It tastes just the same. I don't really eat vegan yogurt myself. I don't like the warmth in it. You know, they call it enzyme or whatever. Anything, I feel yeah. You won't kill him, no? No, huh? No, you swallow and then he come in whole. Why am I so thirsty here? At home I hardly drink. And only when I sit here. This is a bottle of water or what. Yeah, because when I'm in the room I also don't feel like drinking. I told you yesterday that I would go back into my room and drink 10 bottles. I didn't. As soon as I got there, I didn't feel thirsty anymore. Just here.
It's all our karma.
Must be your sweating karma. You have enough food, enough drink? Yes. You feel okay? Yes. Good answer. You know already otherwise, huh? Yes. Yeah, I have a duck feeding system. Duck people, they only like bread, I think. They don't like anything else. The swan people, maybe like lettuce, you know, spinach or some sprouts. But they don't really, mostly they like just lettuce, you know, fresh, crunchy lettuce, they love it. I just happened to open it, actually. The customer is always right, it says. A man walks into a bank and says to the clerk, I want to open a bloody account. You total, utter moron. Oh my God. I'm sorry, sir, says the clerk, taken aback. I'm sorry, sir. You know, what do you mean? You know, so the customer says, I said I want to open a bloody account, you dim-witted fool. Offended very much by the attitude of the man, the clerk warns the customer that he doesn't have to put up with this sort of abuse and left, you know, he just left the customer there. So returning with the manager, he explains the situation to the manager. Well, sir, it seems we have a problem, says the manager to the customer, yeah? You are right, says the man, the customer. A man again. I find money everywhere, except in my life. Lucky. Okay, you're right, says the man. I have won 50 million quid. And I want to open an account with you, sir. The manager says, I see, says the manager. I see. 50 million quid. And he looks at his clerk. So, is this idiot here? That's the problem then. The clerk is the problem. The customer is always right, especially when you have 50 million quid, eh? Okay, now I know it. Okay, something else? Anything here? Okay. I don't know, whatever, okay? I haven't read them, so I can't act it out for you. Too close. A guy goes into a girl's house and she shows him into the living room. She excuses herself to go to the kitchen to make some drinks. As he is standing there alone, he notices a vase on the mantelpiece. He picks it up, and as he's looking at it, she walks back in. So he asks her, "What is this?" "Oh, my father's ashes are in there." She replies, turning red. He apologizes. And she continues, "Yeah, he's too lazy to go to get an ashtray." Hey, not too bad, is it? They say works like a charm. A man approaches a beautiful woman in a supermarket and asks her, "You know, I've lost my wife here in the supermarket. Can you please talk to me for a few minutes?" "Why?" The woman asks him. "Oh, you know, because every time I talk to a beautiful woman, my wife will appear out of nowhere." Otherwise, he couldn't find her. Yeah, it happens, huh? It's possible. Yeah. There's another one for the feminists like us, okay? They talk about men all the time. There's one for women here. Can't complain. Scientists have recently suggested that men should take a look at their beer consumption, considering the results of a recent analysis that revealed the presence of female hormones in beer. Oh, I told you not to drink alcohol in beer. Otherwise, you all go out walking like this. Hello. What is the lipstick that you put on there? Can I borrow? All right, so no beer drinking, according to the scientists of this book, okay? Of this book. So the theory is that drinking beer makes a man turn into a woman. Oh, how? Even if they try, how? Something might be missing, huh? Okay, to test. Okay, laugh it out, I don't care. To test the finding, whether it's true or not, 100 men were fed 6 pints of lager each. It meant for a long time, huh? It was then observed that 100% of the men gained weight, talked excessively without making sense, became overly emotional, jeez, couldn't drive. How did you get here? How did you woman get here? Failed to think rationally, argue over nothing, and refused to apologize when wrong. No further testing is planned. I don't believe this stuff. Okay, I read this one. Okay. I hope it's not another feminist. Are we really like that, men? I mean, from the man's point of view. I mean, not about me, I mean, woman. No. It's a nonsense. Some woman haters.
Crazy beer drinker.
Beer drinkers. Drink too much beer and have no more sense, right? Maybe. Oh, talking about banana. There's a joke here. Going bananas. Going bananas. A gorilla walks into a bar and orders a pint of lager. Must be a man bar, no? A man gorilla. The barman, charges him 5 quid, like 5 pounds. And after looking at him for a while, says, "Do you know, you are the first gorilla we have had in here for ages." "I'm not bloody surprised," said the gorilla. Must be an English gorilla. Replied the gorilla, "I'm not bloody surprised." at a $5 a pint. It's too expensive. That's why gorilla don't go and drink. Understand? Just not very good joke. Okay. Meanwhile, we're talking about the system of the man choosing a woman for 3 years and trial, to see if he likes her or not. That is not too bad after all, because maybe the woman won't like him after 3 years. And one more thing, people still do that nowadays anyway, right? They date each other or stay together for a while until they're sure, Yeah. So in Vietnam, before, old time, there's a system called ở rể, means the groom to be go to stay with the parents-in-law, or the wife's parents, for 3 years. 2-3 years, yeah? I think 3 years. Right? Vietnamese people? Ở rể 3 năm hả?
Dạ, 3 năm.
3 năm. Okay. During these 3 years, you're not supposed to really contact the wife, but they do it anyway, with a letter or something. When nobody knows, when they're sleeping. So after the 3 years, if the parents of the girl think that the boy is good enough to marry her, then they would let him. Not like this, the way around, like after 3 years, if the girl is good enough, he will marry her. It could be the other way around too, yeah? So anyway, it's also a good testing system, no? There are so many systems, like this. In 3 years, the man must prove himself to be able, strong, good provider, temperate, good mood, good temper, and very diligent, yeah? Oh, that means he can work the heck out of himself. And you never know if the parents will be okay or not okay. Because the parents may be desperate for some helper and pick a guy who's in love with their daughter and make him work for 3 years and get another guy for 3 years. I don't think it happened that often, but it could be the other way around, as opposed to the system that we have just read by the Essenes, yeah? Okay, it's just something fun. It doesn't matter really, because there are also other systems. They also work like the groom and the bride never know each other, never even see each other. Maybe peeping, maybe the girl peeping and looking at him when he comes, but the boy would never see his wife before marriage. So there are many systems, and there are also some systems like, okay, oh God, whenever I'm on retreat, there's always something. Yeah, are you okay? How come only me?
How come?
No, I wouldn't say I'm blaming you. Just why me? Okay, anyway. Where were we? Oh, okay. There's even some systems, some very strange systems. So every system is probably also according to the custom of the situation of the land that they live in. It did not necessarily come from the order of the religion, of that religion. Probably at that time, everybody must marry, and marriage was very highly valued in their custom. So if this order go against the trend of society, they might not be able to survive. Just like you live according to your country's laws, things like that, Yeah. Or obey the ruler of your country, things like that. So they probably incorporate that into their doctrine. So every system is probably also according to the custom of the situation of the land that they live in. It did not necessarily come from the order of the religion, of that religion. Probably at that time, everybody must marry, and marriage was very highly valued in their custom. So if this order go against the trend of society, they might not be able to survive. Yeah, just like you live according to your country's laws, things like that. Yeah, or obey the ruler of your country, things like that. So they probably incorporate that into their doctrine. Otherwise, even if we are not reincarnated in this world, we can reincarnate in any other world anyway. Yeah, because we also got, we have God's essence, so we can find a way. There are countless of universes, countless of planets in the universe. So it's not desperate that we have to be reincarnated into this area anyway. So I don't think they would make that such an unimportance, into their life. Besides, if you be born a human, but then you don't have an enlightened master and you live such a miserable life, lack of everything, then what's the use anyway? Or born into human life and don't love each other and don't have peace with each other, make trouble for each other, war and all that, then what's the use anyway? Huh? So I don't think any real original religious order would emphasize that everybody must get married. But they do emphasize, like, okay, you have to take a temperate measure about your sensual life, Okay, the purpose is maybe just to propagate, like to have children, or maybe to, I don't know why, probably to practice the method that they are teaching, to be good, to have more spiritual practitioners in the world, then that makes sense. But if just born to just make a human for nothing, then I don't think it makes much difference, is there? But I don't ever emphasize you to make more children or less children. That is your business, huh? Okay? But just as every spiritual doctrine would emphasize that you be like moderate in everything, even in eating, drinking, or socializing, moderate. So also in marriage life we have to be like moderate. That's it. Okay? Because we're not using each other for like just pleasure objects, you know what I mean? It has to be love and it has to be a purpose also, Okay, to bring children into the world, to give other souls a chance to practice the Kuan Yin method, something like that. It's just whatever noble intention, it makes you noble, that's it. It's not like it's something forbidden or anything. So like we eating, we enjoy it, but also because we would like to prolong this vehicle in order to practice the Kuan Yin method, If just eating for the sake of gluttony, then it doesn't make a human out of us, does it?
No.
So the reason all the masters emphasize moderation in everything concerning the physical activities, including sexual, appetite, drinking, anything at all, is all about moderation. Everything in moderation is good for you anyway. There should never be any overdoing or overindulgence. So in that case, most of the religious orders say the same thing. And that would make sense, That would make sense about that. Otherwise, there's nothing really forbidden, no? Okay? Even if you forbid people, they do it anyway. All right, so where were we? Why do we talk about that? You want to hear some more jokes, or maybe another time? We're just jesting some jokes into the spiritual practice. Today we're very chaotic. Not serious Buddhas at all. God, where are we going with this kind of jokes? I really love jokes, so I can't resist. But I have promised you to say something else, right? Yes. Well, it's a very short subject anyway. Short news. Flying news. Flying and out quick. It's not really that important to you. It's just sometimes some of you ask some questions, and I noted it. So I check it out for you, and now I answer you. It might not be you who sit here. It might be you who sit in China somewhere, or in Japan somewhere. So here's the answer. Whoever asked the question. Okay, according to my research, which has no proof, no evidence, no scientific approval, nothing, okay? So you take it or you don't take it. Very simple. No cost, is free. So the research outcome is like this. You see, as I talked to you about the NQ before, it's just like IQ. You can also practice and enlarge it. Yeah, a human quality normally is given to you. NQ, like noble quality, was also given to you before you were born. Yeah, according to what you had from last life, this is left over. That's what you get. Not like heaven has a different favor for Mr. Smith or Mrs. Müller from Hamburg. It's different. It's not like that. Okay, so suppose some people have only like 3% NQ from last life. Why? Because he had been just a very ordinary and a simple man. He didn't do anything good, or he didn't feel anything for anybody. He didn't feel love or compassion for anyone. Perhaps because he wasn't required to do so. Perhaps because he wasn't acquainted with a group of compassionate people, and thus he wasn't motivated or taught or trained himself by those people, by associating with them, so that his NQ didn't go any further than that. Or he was not exposed to any situation which evoked his compassion. Suppose you have compassion in your heart, but you have never seen any situation that you need to show your compassion about. Yeah? It doesn't touch you because you don't see anything that is suffering. So how you have compassion? You see what I mean? Therefore, even God, Buddha, you know, the Son of God, have to come down here in order to see. In heaven, there's no requirement for anything like that. Everything is blissful and happy and peaceful. So, if you want to develop compassion, only in this world, in the physical world, yeah? Or in hell, perhaps. If you can survive in there, yeah. Or if you can. Just like a lawyer goes into prison, without being affected by it. Okay, anyhow. Or suppose that guy or that girl had been in the past like some animal people, like maybe a low NQ animal person, like those who have prey animal people, the predators that they have to kill to survive. Those are lower NQ than other animal people. The very peaceful animal people, like the elephant people, for example, they have 30% NQ. Well, one of our most revered religious leaders has about that much. Don't blame him. He has no chance to see any suffering things. Maybe he's just been studying in a catechism school, you know, study the Bible, read the words of God all the time, and he just does service in his church, which is just wedding or burial. So he has no chance to be exposed to the real situation. He probably sees it on TV. If he watches TV, maybe he doesn't even watch TV. Go, you know, maybe you practice, you don't want to watch TV, yeah? Or he reads the newspaper and so people died, but it's not him who died. It's not him who has pain. So he doesn't understand it. So he doesn't develop his NQ that much, yeah? So to develop NQ, you just take what you have, the capital gain, the capital that you had before you were born. It will be with you at the time of birth, and it will continue to be with you unless you use it to maximize, to multiply it, okay? Or it won't grow any further than 3% or 4% or whatever percent that you had on the day you're born. I told you already, I mean, the majority of people have only 3, 4, 5% of NQ. Why? Because that's what they had when they were born. They were born with it, and then they don't have a chance to develop. They can develop. The more you are exposed to the touching sense, you know, of the needy, of the suffering, the more you feel your compassion being touched. And then you want to do something for that person or that animal person or that situation.
It's not eggs! It's violence! It's not honey! It's violence! Human being is alive! Animals do not want to die!
And then that's how your NQ grows up, like the interest rates in the bank. You see what I mean? Yes. You can have the capital, just put in a bank doing nothing, or you can invest it, yeah? You can do business with it, and then it will grow. So HQ and NQ can be developed. It's inborn, but then it can be developed. And like everything else, the more you use it, the more you have it. It's funny. Not like the more you use it, the more you don't have anymore. It's not like that. It's not like money. You know, the more you give, the more you don't have. Yeah, but it's not material things. You know, these things. The more you use, the more you have. So saints are developed from ordinary people. It's like that. It's not like everybody was born with 300% of NQ. Oh, there are such people. Not in our group, except one person. Yeah, for example, in our group we have maximum one person. The maximum at the moment is 60% NQ. Many of you have only 3, 4, 5, 6, 10%, 15, 20, 30%. It's very good already. But you are expanding it, you see? That's the difference. Because you are exposed to the teaching. It's like nourishment for the NQ. If you're exposed to some other different situations, your NQ might even be less, or just stand still. Yeah? If you are exposed to noble teachings, and you know how to do it, you get about to do it, and then it really becomes real. Maybe first you don't feel so much, but it will become real. Because if you're really touched by the sense of suffering, then you really want to do something. And your love really awakens in your heart. That is when NQ begins to germinate and grow more and more. Okay? Yeah. But meanwhile, at least you do something. Even if you don't feel so touched. But suppose you exchange the position, like you are that suffering person. What would you like to have? Then it's very clear to you. Yeah? If a person in an earthquake and they injure, of course they need medicine. Or their house is lost, of course they want a tent at least. They want water. They want clothes because they lost everything. Just exchange your position. Then you know exactly what to do and how you feel. Even if you don't feel exactly like the person who is affected, you begin to be more identified with each other. You'll be one with each other, and then you will feel more and more what other people feel. You see? But God will put a break somewhere so that you don't suffer too much. Otherwise, if you suffer like everybody else overwhelmingly, then you cannot bear. I mean, the inside feeling, and you cannot bear. Oof. I'm surprised. I'm not really surprised. You know, that the people who people revere a lot, you know, at the top of religious orders, don't have that much NQ. Also not enough, not much HQ, human quality. Because if they are just there from birth or from inheritance, you know, or from tradition, then that doesn't develop their noble quality or compassion. Compassion and noble quality have to be in real life, real action, real exposure to suffering. I mean, not yourself maybe, but to see somebody else suffer, yeah? And then something will be awakened in you, the love that is pure and unconditional, a true love. Then your NQ will develop. Even if you're not doing anything much for that person of suffering, just your sympathy, you know, your desire to do something. Even you cannot do anything, but your desire to do something to lessen the suffering of that person in front of you, that is already a good potential nutrition for your NQ. Yeah? Okay. So do not feel afraid of suffering, or do not feel afraid to help other people, because it's only good for you.